Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and scholars, a very warm welcome to the seminar on intellectual property rights, jointly organized by IPR-Cell, Sophisticated Test and Instrumentation Center, STIC, Department of Ship Technology, CUSAT, and KSCSTE, Intellectual Property Rights Information Center. Today marks a significant milestone as we delve into the realm of intellectual property rights, a vital aspect of innovation and progress. Before we begin our proceedings, let us take a moment to invoke the divine with a prayer song. I invite Anjali and Shafad of Batch 48 to lead us in this serene and contemplative moment.
ലോകേശാ നിന്നെ സ്തുതിച്ചിടുന്നു കാരുണ്യമേകുന്ന രക്ഷകാ നിൻ കൃപാപൂരം നിരന്തരം വർഷിക്കണേ തീർപ്പുകൾ നൽകുന്ന വാസരെ ഞങ്ങളെ കാരുണ്യമോടു നീ കാത്തുകൊള്ളേണമേ ദുഷ്കർമ്മ പാതയിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ ചലിക്കുമ്പോൾ സത്കർമ്മ പാതനി കാട്ടിടണേ നിൻ പ്രീതിയാർജിച്ചു സകീർത്തി നേടിയ നിൻ പ്രിയദാസരിൽ ചേർത്തിടണേ കോപം നിറച്ചുള്ളോരക്രമി വർഗത്തിൽ ആപതിപ്പിക്കല്ലേ തമ്പുരാനേ ലോകങ്ങളൊക്കെയും കാത്തുരക്ഷിച്ചിടും ലോകേശാ നിന്നെ സ്തുതിച്ചിടുന്നു കാരുണ്യമേകുന്ന രക്ഷകാ നിൻ കൃപാപൂരം നിരന്തരം വർഷിക്കണേ.
With our hearts filled with tranquility, we proceed to the inaugural ceremony. Please join me in extending a heartfelt welcome to our esteemed dignitaries. Welcome address, Dr. M. Gopalakrishna Pillai, Director STIC. Sir, I kindly request you to deliver the welcome address and set tone for today's proceeding.
Good morning to all. Respected Chairman of the meeting, Dr. Satish Babu, HOD, Ship Technology, CUSAT. Most respected Vice Chancellor, CUSAT, Dr. P.G. Shankaran Sir. Dr. Binuja Thomas, Principal Scientist and Nodal Officer, IPR Information Center, KSCSTE. Dr. Meghanathan, Professor, Department of Ship Technology. Advocate Binoy Kadavan, Trademark Attorney and Advocate, High Court of Kerala. Dr. Asha R, Project Scientist, Patent Information Center, KSCSTE. Sri Adarsh, my colleague, Scientist and Coordinator, IPR-Cell STIC. Faculty members, research scholars, students, and other participants. IPR-Cell of STIC is fully sponsored by the IPR Information Center of KSCSTE. This is the second program of IPR-Cell of STIC, and the first program we have conducted couple of months back in association with Inter-University Center for IPR Studies at STIC. The aim of this program is to create awareness among the research community, students, startup professionals, innovators on IPR in general and patent filing in particular, so as to promote and encourage them to get the patent of their work done. IPR activities in India, especially the patent filing, has picked up momentum in the recent past, thanks to the initiative taken by the government level and at the university level. Patent filing has increased from 42,763 in 2014-15 to 77,004 in 2023-24. Nearly 11.5 times increase has taken in patent approvals compared to 2014-15. India ranks 40th position in Global Innovation Index compared to 81st position in 2015. Patent filing in CUSAT also shown a similar trend. CUSAT has recorded an uptick in the last 3 years compared to the dismal performance earlier. Faculty members across the departments have filed and granted 29 patents in the last 3 years compared to 10 in the period 2012 to 16, thanks to the special initiative and drive from Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Shankaran sir. But this is not enough. IIT Madras has filed 366 patents this year, that is 2023, almost one patent a day. And CUSAT also should strive to reach this level or ahead. I hope seminar like this will help the researchers and faculty members to file their work for the patents, which will eventually benefit the individuals and the country as a whole. With these few remarks, let me come to my duty. Dr. Satush Babu, PK, the young dynamic HOD of Department of STIC Technology, a retired commander of Indian Navy, is having tremendous experience in design, building and operation of ships, submarines, quality control, research and academics. He was very enthusiastic to conduct this seminar in ship technology. On behalf of KSCSTE and IPR cell of STIC, let me extend you a warm welcome, sir. Professor P.G. Shankaran sir, Vice Chancellor of CUSAT, needs no introduction to this forum. Simple but able academician and administrator, sir steering CUSAT effectively and efficiently. Under his able leadership, the university has attained many laurels, and the record surge in patent filing is one among them. Sir is the chairman of Executive Committee of STIC and also the working chairman of our Governing Council. In spite of his busy schedules, tied up with multiple activities, sir has kindly consented to inaugurate this seminar. Sir, we are all honored with your gracious presence here, and on behalf of KCSE STIC and also those who are present here, I extend you a hearty and warm welcome to this inaugural function, sir. Dr. Binoja Thomas, Principal Scientist, KCST, and Nodal Officer, IPR and Patent Information Center, Kerala, is a guiding force behind this seminar. Ever since she took over as a charge of IPR Information Center, Kerala, Madam was behind us to conduct awareness program on IPR, and as I mentioned earlier, this is the second program of STIC on IPR conducted with the initiative of Dr. Binoja Thomas. An agricultural scientist by profession, Madam is leading many projects in KSCSTE as principal scientist apart from the IPR initiatives. She has reached yesterday itself to participate in this program and made all efforts to oversee the arrangements for the smooth conduct of this seminar. Madam, on behalf of STIC and CUSAT, I extend you a warm welcome to this seminar. We have two eminent resource persons here today to lead the seminar in the upcoming sessions. Advocate Binoy Kadavan, trademark attorney and Advocate High Court of Kerala, will be leading the first session, an overview of intellectual property rights. Immediately after this inaugural session, a leading advocate of High Court of Kerala, Advocate Binoy, is a empaneled trademark attorney of KCST. Incidentally, he is an alumnus of CUSAT, I understand. On behalf of CUSAT, STIC and KCST, sir, I extend you a warm welcome to this forum. The second resource person, Dr. Asha R, is from KSCST, and she is working as project scientist, Patent Information Center, KSCST. She will be leading the second session on patent system in India and patent searching procedure. On behalf of STIC, CUSAT, and I extend Dr. Asha R a warm welcome to this seminar. The speakers will be introduced to the forum in detail before their respective session. Dr. Mathiya Jagan, Professor, Department of Ship Technology, was in fact instrumental for conducting this seminar in ship technology. He has attended the first program at STIC and told us to conduct one program exclusively for ship technology students and faculties. Sir, on behalf of STIC and KCST, I extend you a warm welcome to this seminar. I extend a warm welcome to my colleague, Mr. Adarsh KJ, who is the IPR cell in charge of STIC. He has struggled a lot and hard work to organize various aspects of this seminar for the past few days. I welcome all faculty members who are present here other eminent personalities, research scholars, professionals, and students to this seminar. I request everyone to make use of this seminar, and we are willing to conduct more such programs of your choice in future. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Presidential Address, Dr. Sadish Babu PK, Head of Department of Ship Technology. Sir, your presence here honors us greatly. I extend the invitation to you to grace us with your presidential address.
Good morning. Respected Vice Chancellor CUSAT, Professor Dr. P.G. Shankaran Sir, Mr. M. Gopalakrishna Pillai, Director STIC, Dr. Binuja Thomas, Principal Scientist and Nodal Officer, KSCSTE, Coordinators, Dr. Madhyaragan, Professor Ship Technology, and Mr. Adarsh KJ, Coordinator IPR Cell STIC, our esteemed speakers, Advocate Binoy Kadavan, Dr. Asha R, the seminar delegates, research scholars, colleagues, and my dear friends. A warm good morning to one and all. At the outset, I must say that the Department of Ship Technology is very happy to conduct this one-day seminar on intellectual property rights in association with KSCSTE as well as the IPR cell of STIC. It is the first time I am standing and talking about IPR. I am not an expert. I happen to be presiding over this function because this is happening in the department, and we have a number of speakers, experienced speakers, who will be speaking to you on the various aspects of IPR. But I will say that all of you are aware of the physical properties. Your house, your land, your car, all those are protected by means of registration and so many other aspects, which you are all aware. But equally important is your intellectual property rights. Suppose you write a poem, or if you write a story, you write a research article, it need to be protected. Otherwise, it will be used or misused by somebody else and they will take the credit. You cannot challenge it. If you want to open a restaurant and call it Pizza Hut or Domino's Pizzas, or you cannot do it because they are all highly protected brands. You cannot make an iPhone and sell it because it's a very highly protected brand. So whether it is your creations, whether it's you are making a product, each and everything has to be protected. And it is for this reason Government of India has come out with the intellectual property regulations, and I'm sure all participants will be benefited how you can do it. As it was brought out in the global invention ranking, India is at 40th position, right? But I was also looking through the list. I found small countries like Singapore, Sweden, Netherlands, they are all very high positions. And it is very heartening that we are increasing the number of patents and India is going up the ladder very fast. So like you delegates, I am also looking forward to attending this session and learn more about IPR cell. I'm very happy that we have a large number of students and research scholars from Department of Ship Technologies attending this. And I sure that these two sessions which will follow after this will enlighten you about the various rules, regulations, how you can attend a patent, you can file a patent, what are the benefits of having intellectual property rights. I'm very happy that we have very senior alumni also attended here. So I'm very, once again, I thank IPR Cell and KSCSTE for organizing this in the department, and I wish the seminar all the success. Thank you very much.
Inauguration, Professor Dr. P.G. Shankaran, Vice Chancellor, CUSAT. Sir, it's an honor to welcome you. I would like to ask you to inaugurate this seminar and mark the beginning of our intellectual exploration.
Very warm good morning to one and all. Dr. Sadish Babu, Head Department of Ship Technology. Dr. Gopalakrishna Pillai, the Director of STIC. And Dr. Binuja Thomas, the Principal Scientist, KSCSTE. Advocate Binoy, Dr. Asha, Dr. Adarsh, other distinguished faculty members, delegates, participants, research students, and my dear friends. I am very much happy to be here on the occasion of inauguration of one-day seminar on IPR. This is a very relevant topic in the current scenario where lot of modification or changes are happening in the sector of higher education. If you look at the global ranking of higher education institutions, you can see that none of the Indian universities or higher education institutions place a rank between 0 to 100 or 1 to 100. Not 1 to 100. Okay, the best institution in India, which we call as Indian Institute of Science, they got the rank around 150. That it may change one or two places when from 1 year to next year. That is all. But around 150. Some of the IITs also got ranks between 140 and 160. That means there are a lot of issues related to higher education sector which has to be addressed very seriously. So both central government and government of Kerala understood the these type of issues which should be immediately resolved at some level so that our higher education institution will have a better place in the global ranking. So one of the issues which we should address immediately is related to the patent. So when we were the students of the program, PG programs or PhD scholars, the main objective during that period was to create knowledge or transform knowledge and transform the knowledge to the other generations, students, research scholars, etc. Now things have changed. When you look at the H index of the university, we can proudly say that our H index is around 120. And in every year, we are producing 1,000 research publications. Most of the research publications are Scopus indexed or the CI indexed. But if you look at the patents as mentioned by Dr. Gopalakrishna Pillai, our patent filing is, or patent rate of filing is very small comparing to many other institutions in India, only 29. And there are two issues related to this thing. One is we are basically our patent filing system, what we do is we are trying to upload or apply the patent which are of course very sure that those filings should be cleared. That is one thing. We are not taking any risk. So basically we go through the very rigid process, and finally we upload or we file the patent, and finally it will be cleared. So we are happy that the most of the filed applications are cleared. That is one thing. And the second thing is we are basically focusing on science and technology, but our other branches are also, especially marine science and other branches, management, law, they are also mathematics, statistics, etc. They are also very good in research. Then we are basically thinking that the patents are basically related to technology transfer or engineering technology, maybe little science product transfer. But nowadays the patents are not at all like that. If you have a new solution for a business problem, that you can file it and you will get the approval by the concerned body. So the filing is not at all related to a particular product or particular process, new process, etc. It can be anything which should be useful for the society, at the same time which should move forward to our economic growth. That is a basic idea, one thing. And for example, if you look at the changes happened for a particular solution which can be generally later used for industries and other things. So that is and second point I would like to emphasize here is how these new technologies can be incorporated in the patent. There are a lot of new technologies available in right now. For example, artificial intelligence, machine learning, all those things. Then how our patent laws has to be modified in the context of new technology. There are a lot of papers or research on this. Are missions the new orders? This is a question. So they have discussed the role of AI in the IPR sector. So that is this is one issue. Another issue which is also very relevant, because we are in the process of attaining the sustainable goals by 2030 or 2047. That's Prime Minister also mentioning that 2047. So when the IPR, this particular set of rules and regulations that will be implemented, whether this will affect our transition for the attaining of that set of goals. Because most of the patents I mentioned by earlier, they are filing by developed countries. So that technology transfer which we need for the sustainable development requires a lot of money. So whether this will affect our sustainable growth. There is also a very good paper by Dr. Divya, which is also available in internet, that is role of IPR in sustainable development in India. So I hope that some of these issues will be also discussed in this seminar. This is very useful, and we are conducting a lot of seminars or training programs for research students and our faculty members, and we should explore these rare opportunities so that our patent filing and the other related activities can be increased, and our visibility will be definitely increased. We are giving a lot of money, or there is a scheme for patent enhancement scheme which is also implemented in the university, and we are providing a lot of money for this filing of patent, and which is also already incorporated in RUSA 3 proposal, all submitted last day. So I hope that this seminar will be very useful. I congratulate STIC, Department of Ship Technology, and IPR Cell for conducting this particular program. The resource persons of the program, they are very expert in this area. I request all of you to interact with these resource persons. I wish a very best to the program. I declare that the program is open. Thank you.
Keynote address, Dr. Binija Thomas, Principal Scientist and Nodal Officer, IPRIC-K, KSCSTE. Ma'am, we are privileged to have you deliver the keynote address. It's an honor to welcome you, and I humbly ask you to share your insights with us.
Respected Chair, Dr. Satish Babu, PK, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Cochin University of Science and Technology, Professor P.T. Shankaran sir, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, participants. A warm good morning to all. And I consider this as a great privilege to be part of this seminar on intellectual property rights organized by STIC in association with the Department of Ship Technology, Cochin University. The research innovation ecosystem of the country has a tremendous growth over the last few decades, and innovations which lead to incremental improvements can also result in breakthrough changes and are considered as key to the knowledge economy and prosperity. Technological innovation is essential for fostering economic growth, enhancing global competitiveness, and it is considered as the best way to protect the technological innovations and creations through intellectual property rights. The significance of IPR is tremendous in the knowledge economy, where the knowledge, creativity, invention, and innovation are considered as the main component for economic activities. And IPR protects the interest of innovators and creators by giving them the property rights over the innovation. And IPR are the effective instrument for the economic development of the country. Now, according to WIPO's annual World Intellectual Property Indicators report, 3.46 million patent applications are filed in 2022, marking a third consecutive year of growth. And the Indian residents already have a position of 31.6% in 2022, extending an 11-year run of growth unmatched by any other country among the top 10 filers. And as mentioned earlier, as per the Global Innovation Index ranking by WIPO, India secured the 40th position of out of 132 countries, compared to its 81st rank in 2015. So a growing innovation ecosystem supported by incubators, accelerators, and research institutions has fueled an upsurge in inventive activities. And the rapid advancement in technology, especially in areas like artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and renewable energy, have led to a spike in patent filing. And India holds the 6th largest number of patent applications globally, showcasing its presence and significance in the international intellectual property landscape. The context of global rankings provides a perspective on India's position relative to other major players as well. And a notable shift is observed with more than Indian residents filing patents surpassing the foreign entities for the first time. And there is a substantial 47% increase in resident patent filing with the Indian Patent Office in 2022, indicating a robust and growing interest among the Indian residents to protect their innovations. And considering the significance of intellectual property rights in the technological and economic progress of the country, the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India has established patent information centers in various state capitals, and the PIC, Patent Information Center in Kerala, was established in the year 2023. And since its inception, KSST has been implementing wide number of programs to promote and propagate IPR through IPR awareness generation, as well as IPR filing, patent application facilitation procedures and all. And recognizing the tremendous achievements made by PIC Kerala in the promotion of IPR in the state, Government of Kerala has upgraded PIC to Intellectual Property Rights Information Center, IPRIC-K, and designated IPRIC-K as the nodal agency in the state for all IPR related activities. And IPRIC has been providing services on all forms of IPR to intellectual innovators, departments and organizations, and provides advice and guidance on IPR related matters. And we have already organized around 620 IPR awareness programs since its inception, and processed more than 1,200 patent search applications, facilitated filing for more than 120 patents, of which 30 patents already granted, and also different other IP forms like copyrights, trademarks and all. So the center has been providing technical and financial assistance to institutions for conducting IPR awareness programs, and also provides legal and technical support for filing of IP through KSST empaneled IP attorneys. And realizing the scope of IPR in the higher education institutions, KSST has established IPR cells in 27 universities, and in fact the IPR cell in STIC is one among that. And these IPR cells are functioning as arms of IPRIC in fulfilling the mission of promoting IPR in the institutions. And it's a great moment to associate with the STIC for organizing this particular program. And we have eminent experts, Dr. Binoy Kadavan, who is already closely associating with the KSST and PIC for over the last 20 years, and Dr. Asha to handle the sessions on the various IPR patent filing procedures. So I am sure that this deliberations would be really helpful and informative to all the participants, and we will have a wonderful day today, and I wish the function every success. Thank you. Thank you.
Vote of thanks. Adarsh KJ, Coordinator, IPR Cell STIC. Sir, your efforts in coordinating this seminar have been commendable. I have the privilege of introducing you to extend our gratitude to all who have contributed to making this event possible.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and dear participants, faculty members, a warm good morning to all. Sami Lab Group founder and chairman Dr. Muhammad Majid yesterday passed away. He had more than 400 US patents in the field of medicine. His patent peaked his business to 1200 crores. That's the power of patents. I think CUSAT has lot of opportunities to give business values to their research. CUSAT doing lot of research, but we have to find business values through patents. KCST IPR Information Center opened around 27 IPR cells in different universities and major engineering institutions. So CUSAT STIC IPR cell is one of the IPR cell of KCST IPR ICK. CUSAT always support research and patent programs. So we have a gracious presence of Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Shankaran sir for inaugurating this event. On behalf of STIC and SHIP Technology and KCST IPR ICK, I extend heartfelt gratitude and honor Vice Chancellor of CUSAT. Thank you, sir. We have privilege to have Dr. Binija Thomas, Principal Scientist and Nodal Officer, KCST IPR ICK, to deliver keynote address. Under her leadership, IPR Information Center has a vision to increase patent in Kerala. We are grateful to insight you have shared with us. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to express our deepest gratitude to Dr. Sadish Babu, Head of the Department Ship Technology, for his inspiring presidential address and for the support rendered for making this event happen. Thank you, sir. We are grateful to Dr. Gopalakrishna Pillai, Director STIC, for setting the tone of this IPR event and guidance given throughout this event. Thank you, sir. I would like to acknowledge and indispensable contribution given by Professor Dr. Madhyaragan. He has one who really wished to conduct an IPR session here in Ship Technology, and thank you, sir, for inviting us for this program. Today we have two eminent speakers to share their experience, Advocate Binoy Kadavan sir and Dr. Asha R. I hope we'll get more information from both these eminent speakers. And also, Department of Ship Technology is one of the most active department of CUSAT. And I think Ship Technology always come with the new ideas and different challenges in the field. Hope this informative section of patent would surely have some result from this department. Also, I thank all the participants and faculty members of Ship Technology for with your presence only this event will be success. So thank you one and all. Thank to all colleagues and staff members of STIC for all the support given to us. Thank you all.
With the inaugural ceremony marking a splendid beginning, we now delve into our technical sessions where we'll gain profound insights into various facets of intellectual property rights. Technical Session 1, Overview of Intellectual Property Rights, presented by Advocate Binoy Kadavan. Advocate Binoy K. Kadavan, presently partner of Kadavan's Legal Offices, a law firm specialized in the field of intellectual property laws, cyber laws, media and technology law. Their clientele represents major publishing houses, film production houses including pharma companies, universities, medical research companies and software companies. Educational qualifications. BCom from Bhatmada College and was the topper in the college. LLB from School of Legal Studies, Cochin University with third rank in the university. LLM, Intellectual Property Rights from School of Legal Studies, Cochin University with first rank and gold medal in university. Was the recipient of national level scholarship awarded by Ministry of Commerce, Government of India for pursuing IPR at LLM level. Honors and achievements. Was the resource person for the training program for High Court judges conducted by Kerala Judicial Academy, a training wing of High Court judges. Youngest person to be nominated to the advisory panel on IPR of Kerala State Council for Science and Environment, a Kerala government initiative for framing policies and provide training on IPR in Kerala. Executive member of Indian Council of Arbitration, Kerala chapter, under guidance of Kerala Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Advocate Binoy Kadavan, trademark attorney and advocate, High Court of Kerala, who will be presenting an overview of intellectual property rights.
A very warm good morning to you all. It is a coming back for me actually. I was a student of CUSAT way back in 1996-99, and after the 2000 back after a long time to CUSAT. We were Kerala State Council for Science and Environment. We had worked together for many programs years back. So I was telling Binda that after a very long gap, I am coming for a program because we are professionally engaged. We have cases. So we are closely associated. One time they have requested for after a long time we should come back. So I was also happy that coming back and to the CUSAT campus and along with the Kerala State Council for Science and Environment. So thanks initially, very good thank you to the STIC as well as the Kerala State Council for Environment for giving me an opportunity to this. I think the legal intellectual property rights is one of the subjects, even though it is legally handed, it covers up all aspects of life. That is very important from understanding of intellectual property rights. I was a visiting faculty with Nuals in intellectual property rights. So when we, other teachers, when we simply argue the matter, all discuss to say that, I used to say that intellectual property rights is most interesting subject because it is very closely connected to your life actually. Whenever you wake up, you brush your teeth, you have a toothpaste, the toothpaste have a brand. Yes? The toothpaste has a brand that is protected under intellectual property rights. The toothpaste is some of the technologies, toothpaste and its technologies were patented. Now it is expired, but some of the technologies patented. And when you read a paper you read a lot of articles written by different people, your magazines. Then it is involved a copyright. Then you watch something, clips on your video, movies, it can be anything. That is also copyright. So whatever I was trying to say that you involve one or the other way, if you don't know intellectual property rights, even the otherwise, it is closely connected to your life in whatever manner, whether you are a film celebrity, whether you are a person who is doing the business, or whether you are a farmer. I think I'm, when I, in the practicing field also, one day we discussed with scientists, tomorrow, yesterday we had a discussion with Ashirwad Cinemas, day before yesterday we had cinema with the Patraj production. So before that we had a discussion with scientists. So we also discussed with different people. It was very interesting to deal with different people, writers and creative people. We always deal with creative people actually, whether it may be scientists, whether it may be writers or poem writers, filmmakers, any issues. So what I think is that intellectual property rights is very closely connected with creativity actually. Yeah. So in a conceptual understanding, what is very, it is intellectual property actually, a property should be identified, it has a value. If you have a property, you have a father, 5 cents of land, if you have a flat, you can sell it and you can make money. So if you look into the early histories of India, we can see that one person dances very well before the king and king gives him an ornament or gift, something like that. There ends the matter. It is not like that. Now we have identified, recognized as a property. So concept when you talk about intellectual property, when you talk about intellectual property actually. And so normally we talk about, we'll look into the traditional forms of IPR. We talk about copyrights, patents, trademarks and designs. Okay, copyright is normally, you know that, if you're writing an article or if you're writing a poem, if you're, painted a beautiful painting, or if you have made a movie, all this comes within the purview of copyright actually. Okay, patents, actually you all know, it is all inventions of a product or process is covered by Patents Act. We look into in detail. And then we have trademarks. Trademarks is, as I said earlier, anything which you take, the branded shirts, the shoes you wear, any product, the laptops which you use, anything, any Pepsi, Coke, Lenovo, everything is trademarked actually. Any product which has been identified, because why we are all running after, or why we are buying tomorrow, for the time being, imagine that tomorrow I am making a laptop. My name is a Kadavan's laptop. most of the people knows that nowadays everything is being imported from outside and assembled here, whoever may be the brand. Even then I'm providing a more quality products. Even then people are not interested to purchase. Why? Because we have a belief in the goodwill attached to a branded product. We go and purchase that. That is the thing. No big or even though we are ready to pay for a premium, we know that they will have a more, after sales service, or they have a more quality. Whether it is there or not, that's the question to be answered. And another one is called designs. Designs is also another kind of intellectual property rights. Design is actually a thing, an ornamentation which you apply. Water bottle. You can see that? Yes? Okay, you can be free. Now, today is actually you are free from the class. Okay, so you can be free and we can there. You can see this bottle. I was also a teacher, so I can understand the feelings of students. So you can be free actually. It is very interesting. You can see it's not a plain bottle. You can see that some kind of rings you can see on this bottle actually. So recently after the rings you can see that there's other kinds of, you can see that. So any kind of ornamentation which you apply on an article, it's a design. It's a design, and it is, if you have a design, it is a registered design, nobody can copy that. That is the concept of designs. So normally, if you know that, some people may be knowing that, I will be a little more old generation. The old generation may be knowing that you have heard about V-guard stabilizers. V-guard stabilizers. V-guard stabilizers, when you look into the V-guard stabilizers, it was one, actually, it captured the market with its design. It has a particular design at that time, a particular shape, a color sequence. So it was a design through which it was registered design, and it was enabled the market people to identify with that particular design. So that is why it is called a design actually. So what we are trying to say that, so these are the traditional forms of IPR actually. So these are the characteristic features of intellectual property. Number, when you compare with, a very main important point in why people are running after patents today or movies today or trademarks today, etc., is with regard to the property attached to that. Because when you recognize it as a property, it can be sold, it can be licensed, it can be assigned, you get money over that. That is important thing actually. So it is an intangible property. It is an intangible property. For example, I can say that this chair belongs to STIC or CUSAT. Okay. But I cannot show if I have a copyright. Okay, I have a copyright. I can show that I have a copyright on this book, but I cannot show you my copyright. That is, legally we speak as intangible properties, actually. Or we can say that anything. For example, I can say that this bottle belongs to some person, but I cannot show my design right on this bottle. That cannot be shown, actually. So normally to say that intangible, actually. So there was, why we have, initially if you look into the things, actually, discussions, initially we were not very prone to protect intellectual property rights because it was granting a monopoly right. We were granting a monopoly actually. If I have this patent on this particular thing, nobody can touch that for a particular period. Very important. So it is a facilitating monopoly. So that is a recognized aspect. It grants a monopoly for a limited period. That is very important actually. One important aspect is patent is a protected period for 20 years. After 20 years, it goes to public domain. Anybody can use that. Okay. So that is very important. Normally, we have a notion that if you're giving a trademark or design is only for a period of 15 years. So everyone is for a limited period only. It is not an absolute property. If you have an ancestral property, if you are a father have a property, after his death, it will normally comes to you or your brothers or your siblings. After that, you can give it to other people. Property. So normally it is not like that. Intellectual property says something exactly, except the trademarks, confidential information. Other properties are only for a limited period. After that limited period, you cannot extend the period of protection. And then it goes to the public domain. That's the principle. called compulsory licensing of patents, wherein which what government does, that government can take that patent right and give a license to a third person. That is called compulsory licensing of patent. So just understanding, or simple example, ഏറ്റവും സിമ്പിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള എക്സാമ്പിൾ പറയാം അല്ലേ. കൊച്ചിൻ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി ഞാൻ പഠിക്കുമ്പോഴും എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഇപ്പോഴും അതിന് യാതൊരു മാറ്റം ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ടാവില്ല. കൊച്ചിൻ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി പണ്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ പഠിക്കുമ്പോഴാണെങ്കിലും ഫോട്ടോസ്റ്റാറ്റിൻ്റെ ഒരു മെയിൻ ഏരിയ ആയിരുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ കൂടുതലും സ്കാനുകളും ഫോട്ടോ ഇതൊക്കെ വന്നുകൊണ്ട് അത്ര ഇതുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. So what we know, particularly when I was studying that, we had a very good, I was fortunate that I was taught by Dr. Gopalakrishnan sir. He was very, at that time also, now most recognized person in intellectual property rights in India, and at the same time a very good teacher actually. So, and he had means to build the center and all these things. So at that time the IPR books were very expensive, not able to purchase all foreign books actually. So normally we used to take photo apt. Okay. One of the rights vested when you're granted by the copywriters to production right, reproduction right. Reproduction right na നിങ്ങളുടെ പെർമിഷൻ ഇല്ലാതെ വേറെ ആൾക്കും റിപ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ല. Taking photos is a violation or not violation? Violation of copyright, primarily speaking. അല്ലേ ശരിക്കും പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ taking photos is a violation of copyright. പക്ഷേ there is the Indian copyright provided a limitation that for academic and personal purpose. And that's a famous called Delhi University ഒരു കേസ് തന്നെയുണ്ട് actually against where in which it was discussed. അത് അവിടെ സെൻറ്റർ they used to take photostat. പക്ഷേ only thing is that I cannot, ഞാനിപ്പോൾ ഇത്രയും പേരുണ്ട് അന്ന് ഫോട്ടോസ്റ്റാറ്റ് എടുത്ത് ഒരു 5 രൂപ പ്രീമിയത്തിന് വിൽക്കാം. I cannot do that. I can take for my personal and private use. I can take photostat. That is a limitation put by the statute itself. For another example is you have you have festivals, arts festival, etc. in the campus actually, or in other celebrations in your campus. You lot of people play JM. Actually, correct thing is that if you want to play a music, you have to get the license from the original music producer. For example, there is a thing called IPRS, Indian Performing Rights Society is there. For example, if you go to even in a bank, if they are playing music, they are paying a small amount to the IPRS. That will be given to the authors and composers, etc. So that is why I said, but in campus it is being permitted, or in a festival, normally ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഒരു അമ്പലത്തിലെ ഉത്സവം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പെരുന്നാൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേറൊരു ഭാഗമായിട്ട് നടത്തുന്ന പ്രോഗ്രാം തന്നെ, that is being recognized as cultural part of it and is being recognized. So what I am trying to say that the right granted by the intellectual property rights is not that, it is somewhat there is some kind of a limitation based on that actually. Please, you can do that. Please click. Yeah. So why we need to have a IPR protection? That is very important question actually. Please, one is rationale for IPR protection is one is incentive for innovation. People are basically, we need to have some kind of incentive for innovation actually. We need to say that, it is a period in which people innovate, not only for I innovate something, after that I'm not getting any recognition or I'm getting any monetary value for that. People will be reluctant to innovate. So there must be kind of incentive for innovation. We need to do something to innovate. And what happened is that the innovation, Archimedes principle innovated Eureka എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഓടിയ കാലം കഴിഞ്ഞു അല്ലേ. ഇപ്പോൾ from individual inventors we are slowly moving into corporate inventors. Corporate inventors are. So they will be looking at the question wherein which even if I invent something new, how can I protect the investment involved in that? Okay. For example, for example, sharing with your case study actually. If you look into that, in 1990s, biotechnology industry was its infancy level. Biotechnology industry. Because biotechnology industry is a very capital intensive industry. The equipments were very costly, the scientists should be paid very high pay, etc. Upon another question, one person, Anand Chakrabarty, actually developed a bacteria. And bacteria actually can suck the oils. I mean, oil wells, it can suck the oils and produce. And that was his invention. When it was applied for a patent, because the US Patent Office, there were 2-3 issues. Primarily, can you give a patent for life form? Bacteria എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ജീവനുള്ള സാധനമാണ് അല്ലേ, അതിനൊരു പേറ്റന്റ് കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റൂ. പിന്നെ whether it is merely a discovery or invention, 2-3 points was there. പിന്നെ അതിനകത്തൊരു മൊറാലിറ്റിയുടെ ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഈ ലൈഫ് ഫോംസിൽ നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനെയല്ലായിരുന്നല്ലോ ഞങ്ങളൊന്നും. We were very vibrant and responsive. Please, what would happen after biotechnology test? They can't file any patents, correct? More than that, rather than going for a patent, nobody will come and invest. That is the most important. So nobody will come and invest. Other people either come, unless people come and invest, there will be no investment and industry cannot grow. Good point. That is it. You have to be responsive. Then I am also coming to the academic for a long period actually. So that is it actually. So the question is that then the point comes, that is like the protection of investment. When you say that you need to have a protection of investment, I am a capitalist, I am coming to invest. Okay, how do I look into that? Nowadays also, there is not a people, foreign due diligence, I work for software, foreign when you come for investment, they look into how patents they have, they look into how many copies they have with regard to software, how the brand is being protected. So, when I am investing something, I am a pure businessman. I'm not worried about. So when I invest something, you can say that. It enables industrial development. Pudhiya technology വരുമ്പോൾ എങ്ങനെയാ അല്ലേ? ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങളുടെ സിമ്പിൾ എക്സാമ്പിൾ നോക്കാം. When CUSAT came here, at least ഒന്നുമില്ലെങ്കിലും കുറച്ച് എന്താ പറയാ കുറെ ഷോപ്സ് എല്ലാം ഇവിടെ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി വരുന്നു, ഒരു എന്തെങ്കിലും ബയോടെക്നോളജി ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി വരുന്നു, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി വരുമ്പോൾ അതിനോട് കണക്ട് ആയിട്ട് കുറെ ആൻസിലറി ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി. പ്ലീസ്, I think you can use it in the laptop actually. Yeah. This is just actually just familiarizing with you. You can say that actually. One is, I said that now, what in the early, if you look at the 1883 period, if you look into the history of patent, is very interesting because history of patent was very a mechanism wherein which history of patent was a very mechanism adopted by the Queen of England to bring in the industrial activity to UK actually. അതായത് അന്നത്തെ സമയത്ത് എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ UK ആപ്പടെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന പരിപാടി കുറേ മോണസ്ട്രീസ് ഉണ്ട്, കുറേ ക്വീൻസ് ഉണ്ട്, അല്ലാത്ത ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ ആക്ടിവിറ്റി ഒന്നും നടക്കുന്നുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. There was no activity actually. So the Queen adopted a mechanism, say that I will give a grant, എന്നൊരു സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ് പോലെ ഒരു ഗ്രാന്റ് തരാം. So what like at that time ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി നമ്മളിവിടെ കാണുന്ന ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി അല്ല, വീവിംഗ് ടെക്നോളജി ഒക്കെ. So what the Queen says that okay, you are a weaver, you come to UK, I will give you a grant. Initially 7 years you will be the exclusive person to do the weaving. Next 7 years what you have to do is you have to teach a native. അതായത് 7 വർഷം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇവിടെ തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ മാത്രമേ ഉണ്ടാവുള്ളൂ, പിന്നത്തെ 7 വർഷം നിങ്ങൾ എഴുത്തുകാരനെ പഠിപ്പിക്കണം. സോ 14 വർഷം കഴിയുമ്പോൾ എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കും? എക്സാക്ട്ലി, നേറ്റീവ് പീപ്പിൾ വിൽ സ്റ്റാർട്ട്. അങ്ങനെയാണ് ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് എ പ്രോസസ് ബൈ ദാറ്റ് ഇസ്, അതാണ് ശരിക്കും ഞങ്ങൾ ലീഗലി സ്പീക്കിംഗ് ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് എക്സാക്ട് ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ് ഓഫ് പേറ്റൻസ്. വെൻ എ പേറ്റന്റ് ഇസ് ഗ്രാന്റഡ് ബി ഏബിൾ ടു വർക്ക് അത് ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് ഡിസ്കഷൻസ് ആയിക്കാൻ നാഷണൽ ലെവലിൽ. അതായത് ഒരു ദിവസം ഫേമസ് ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ എക്സിബിഷൻ വന്നപ്പോൾ അതിനകത്ത് ആരും ഷോക്കേസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോയില്ല. കാരണം ഇത് എക്സിബിഷൻ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിറ്റത്തെ പ്രാവശ്യം കോപ്പി അടിച്ച് ആൾക്കാർ കൊണ്ടുപോകും. അതുകൊണ്ട് പീപ്പിൾ ആർ റിലക്റ്റഡ് ടു പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ഇൻ ദ എക്സിബിഷൻ. So there was a discussion to that, there must be an international discussion. So there was a Paris Convention for the Protection of Industrial Property. That is talked about the patents. ഒരു ഇൻ്റർനാഷണൽ ലെവലിൽ എങ്ങനെയാണ് നമ്മളൊരു പേറ്റൻറ്റ് പ്രൊട്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ജസ്റ്റ് പോയി ഒരു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡിങ്, ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു കൺവെൻഷൻ ഉണ്ടെന്ന് മാത്രം അറിഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. ഇപ്പം അതിൻ്റെ റെലവൻസ് പോയി ട്രിപ്സ് കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ then actually Berne Convention for the Protection of Industrial Property was there. Berne Convention for the Protection of Industrial Property. Berne was respect of copyright. Berne copyright law actually. Copyright law and the creative artistic work and the Berne one. Please next. Yeah. Chip technology, the technology on the garden. Actually, TRIPS agreement. When you talk about TRIPS agreement, then it's the most important aspect is related aspects of intellectual property rights. Okay, that is TRIPS agreement actually. That is the most thing. Just for something, we all know that World Trade Organization was formed. World Trade Organization was formed, and as part of it, we had a regulated aspects of intellectual property rights. A multilateral treaty was there. അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു വലിയ കുറച്ചൊരു ഹിസ്റ്ററി ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞുതരാം. കുറച്ചൊരു എക്കണോമിക് ഹിസ്റ്ററി ഉണ്ട്. അതായത് On the one point, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം, just കുറച്ചൊരു, it's a cold war. എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താ? What do you mean by cold war? Hello, come on, I don't have time, please. What do you mean by cold war? No violence. നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടെ cold war ആര് തമ്മിലായിരുന്നു? Please, come on, come on. Murders that bot. So it's now when people have come, because copyright is a separate act, you need to understand what are the provisions in that. So assignment is ഒരു നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഒരു പല ബുക്ക് എടുത്താലും അല്ലേ, ഇപ്പം എന്താ പറയുന്നത്, JK റോളിംഗ് ആയിരുന്നു, സിമ്പിൾ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, JK റോളിംഗ് ആയിരുന്നു ഒരു കാലഘട്ടത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും റിച്ചസ്റ്റ് വുമൺ ഇൻ ദി വേൾഡ് അല്ലേ. JK റോളിങ്ങിന് ബിസിനസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നോ? ഇല്ല. JK റോളിംഗ് ഫാക്ടറി ഒന്നും നടത്തിയിട്ടില്ല. JK റോളിംഗ് സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ഇല്ല. പിന്നെ എങ്ങനെ ഓരോരുത്തർ പൈസ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയത് അല്ലേ? റൈറ്റ്സ് അല്ലേ. JK റോളിങ്ങിന്റെ വർക്കിന്റെ പേരെന്തായിരുന്നു? ഹാരി പോട്ടർ അല്ലേ. ഹാരി പോട്ടറിന്റെ ഫുൾ സീക്വൻസ് ദാറ്റ് വാസ് പബ്ലിക്. അപ്പോൾ തന്നെ പബ്ലിഷർക്ക് പോയി. സോ യുവർ ആ റൈറ്റ്സ് എങ്ങനെയാണ് അസൈൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? പബ്ലിഷർക്ക് പോയി ഫിലിം ഉണ്ടാക്കി, ട്രാൻസ്ലേറ്റ് ചെയ്തു, അഡാപ്റ്റേഷൻ കൊടുത്തു, അങ്ങനെ റൈറ്റ്സ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ത്രൂ അസൈൻമെന്റ് ആക്ച്വലി. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് അസൈൻ ചെയ്യാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ലൈസൻസ് ചെയ്യാം. അസൈൻമെന്റ് മീൻസ് ആബ്സലൂട്ട് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ. ഐ ഡു ആൻ ആബ്സലൂട്ട് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ. Then assignment. Licensing means I only for a limited period or limited space. That is a licensing actually. Yeah. New generation right, performers right. Perform. Other example, performer means I'm doing a performance. അല്ലേ, നമ്മുടെ ഇന്ത്യൻ കോപ്പിറൈറ്റ് ആക്ട് അനുസരിച്ച് പെർഫോമേഴ്സ്, ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഇതിനകത്ത് ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമ്മൾ നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, നിങ്ങൾ ഒപ്പേറ ഹൗസസ് ഒക്കെ നിങ്ങൾ കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും അല്ലേ. ഒപ്പേറ ഹൗസസ് നമ്മൾ പാട്ട് പാടും, പക്ഷെ അവരേക്ക് അപ്പം ഇവരെല്ലാം ദേ ഡു ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് എഫേർട്ട് ഓൺ ദാറ്റ്, പക്ഷെ അവർക്കൊന്നും റെക്കഗ്നീഷൻ ഇല്ല. യുവർ പെർഫോമേഴ്സ് റൈറ്റ്, എ സിംഗർ, എ ജഗ്ലർ, എ പെർഫോമൻസ്. അപ്പോൾ എന്നെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം നിങ്ങൾ സിമ്പിൾ എക്സാമ്പിൾ നോക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ ഫേമസ് ഡാൻസേഴ്സിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ നവ്യ നായർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് നല്ല പ്രൊഫഷണൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഡാൻസേഴ്സിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ പോവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, ഇനീഷ്യലി ബിഫോർ ദ ഡാൻസ് പ്രോഗ്രാം യു ക്യാൻ സീ ആൻ അനൗൺസ്മെൻറ്റ് saying that don't take photographs or videographs of the performance. അതാണ് പെർഫോമൻസ് റൈറ്റ്സ് പറഞ്ഞാൽ. ഒരു പെർഫോമൻസ് നടക്കുമ്പോൾ അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ പെർമിഷൻ ഇല്ലാതെ അത് ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്യുക, അതായത് വീഡിയോഗ്രാഫറോ ഫോട്ടോഗ്രാഫറോ എടുക്കുക, അതിനുശേഷം അത് സർക്കുലേറ്റിംഗ് ടു ദ പബ്ലിക്, കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേറ്റ് ടു ദ പബ്ലിക് ഓർ കോപ്പിങ്, അതാണ് പെർഫോമൻസ് റൈറ്റ്സ് വയലേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അത് പാടില്ല. പിന്നെ ബ്രോഡ്കാസ്റ്റ് റീപ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ റൈറ്റ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം. ഒരു ക്രിക്കറ്റ് ഗെയിം വൺ ബ്രോഡ്കാസ്റ്റ് ടേക്കർ, അത് റീപ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള റൈറ്റ് അവർക്ക് മാത്രമായിരിക്കും. പ്ലീസ് നെക്സ്റ്റ് സ്ലൈഡ്. നിങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ കോപ്പി റൈറ്റ് നമ്മൾ നോർമൽ റെമഡീസ് ആസ് വെൽ ആസ് ക്രിമിനൽ റെമഡീസ്. സിവിൽ റെമഡീസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നോർമലി ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം, ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ പേപ്പറിലൊക്കെ വായിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവും അല്ലേ. ഒരു കോപ്പി റൈറ്റ് പൈറേറ്റഡാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ ഉടനെ കേസ് കൊടുക്കും, നമ്മളൊരു ഇഞ്ചക്ഷൻ വയ്ക്കും. ആ ഫിലിം ആണെങ്കിൽ ആ ഫിലിം റിലീസ് ചെയ്യാൻ main contention is that they should not telecast this song in the Amazon song പാടില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടായിരുന്നു അവരുടെ. ബിക്കോസ് ഇത് പറ്റുന്നില്ല, ആമസോണിൽ ഇത് പാടില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടായിരുന്നു അവരുടെ പ്രെയർ ആക്ച്വലി all sorted out. So അതാണ് what is the civil remedy is that you are injuncting, you are preventing a person from telecasting or reproducing. That is our right is being violated. That is a copy of the music, so that cannot be done. Criminal remedies എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ that is a arrest. You file a complaint before the police അല്ലേ. നിങ്ങൾ ഇപ്പോൾ എനിക്കറിയണം, ഇപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ ആൾക്കാരും ഇഷ്ടംപോലെ നെറ്റൊക്കെ വന്നു. ഞങ്ങളുടെ കാലത്ത് എപ്പോഴുള്ളതാണ് ഈ CD സെർച്ച്, ഈ ആദ്യ CD പിടിക്കാന്ന് പറയും അല്ലേ. ഇപ്പോൾ ആരും പിന്നെ ഇഷ്ടംപോലെ മറ്റേ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ കള്ളന്മാർ അവിടുത്തെ നെറ്റ് ഉപയോഗിക്കും. ഞാൻ പണ്ട് ന്യൂവാൽസി പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഞാൻ അവർക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു, ഞാൻ അവസാനം പിള്ളേരോട് പറഞ്ഞു, അതായത് ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു ഫിലിമിൻ്റെ അവരൊരു ഭയങ്കര സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ ഒക്കെ യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് IP ഇതൊക്കെ കറങ്ങി തരുന്നത് ന്യൂവാൽസിൽ ഒരു പൈൻ്റെ ലാപ്ടോപ്പാണ് വരേണ്ടതായിട്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഡോണ്ട് വാച്ച് പൈറേറ്റഡ് മൂവീസ് നിങ്ങൾ വാച്ച് ചെയ്യരുത്. കാര്യം ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാം ഫെസിലിറ്റേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന OTT പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോംസ് ഉണ്ട്. പിന്നെ അത് മാത്രമല്ല, ഇറ്റ്സ് ലൈക്ക് എ തെഫ്റ്റ്. നിങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ ഞാനത് പറയാൻ യു ഇൻട്രാക്ട് വിത്ത് ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് ക്രിയേറ്റേഴ്സ്, നോട്ട് ഓൺലി ബിഗ് വൺ ഓർ സ്മോൾ വൺസ്. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു സിനിമ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സംഭവം സക്സസ് ആയിട്ട് വരണം, അവരുടെ പെയിൻ നിങ്ങൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കണം. നമ്മളത് വളരെ അതായത് ഒരു കഥ ഒരാളോട് ആ കഥയൊന്ന് സക്സസ് ആയി ഒരാളടുത്ത് വന്ന് പിന്നെ അത് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസറെ കണ്ട് അതൊന്ന് വർക്കൗട്ട് ചെയ്ത് അതൊന്ന് സക്സസ് ആയി വരുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ അപ്പോഴേ അതാണ് നമ്മൾ എത്രയും സിമ്പിളായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ടെലിഗ്രാഫിലൊക്കെ കയറിയിരുന്ന് കണ്ട് നമ്മൾ വളരെ ലൈറ്റ്. യു ഷുഡ് നോട്ട് ഡൂ ദാറ്റ്. പൈറേറ്റഡ് മൂവീസ് വാച്ചിങ് ഇസ് വി ആർ ടേക്കിംഗ് ഇറ്റ് വെരി ലൈറ്റ്. ആക്ച്വലി ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് എ വെരി വെരി ഹീനസ് ക്രൈം. അത്രയും ഒരാളുടെ എഫർട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ വളരെ ലൈറ്റായിട്ട്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൾസോ പണിഷബിൾ ഒഫൻസ് ആണ്. ക്രിമിനൽ റെമഡീസ് അനുസരിച്ച് you are that is a punishable for 3 years imprisonment, punishable ആണ്. Yes, please. That is, I think I've just passed through because the other session will be handling patents. Yeah, I mean just please next please.
പിന്നെ ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞില്ല ജസ്റ്റ് കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇപ്പം ഞാനൊരു ഭയങ്കര ഇൻവെൻഷൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കി, ഓക്കെ, ഇൻവെൻഷൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കി, ഇപ്പോൾ ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഐ ക്യാൻ കീപ്പ് ഇറ്റ് ആസ് എ ട്രേഡ് സീക്രട്ട്, ഞാനത് പുറത്ത് പറയുന്നില്ല, ഓക്കെ. പക്ഷേ അവിടെ പുറത്ത് ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഇപ്പോൾ ഐ ഇൻവെൻറ്റഡ് മെഡിസിൻ എയ്ഡ്സ് ഞാനൊരു മെഡിസിൻ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചു, അതിന് ആക്ച്വലി മാനുഫാക്ചറിങ് കോസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ₹1 ഉള്ളൂ. പക്ഷേ അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു ഐ എം കീപ്പിംഗ് ഇറ്റ് എ സീക്രട്ട് ആൻഡ് ഐ എം നോട്ട് ഗോയിങ് ടു റിവീൽ ദ കണ്ടന്റ് ഇൻ ദാറ്റ്. പക്ഷേ അതിനൊരു കുഴപ്പമുണ്ട്, അത് കഴിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എയ്ഡ്സ് മാറും, പക്ഷേ നിങ്ങളുടെ കൈ ഒരു വശം പാരലൈസ്ഡ് ആയിട്ട് പോകും. പക്ഷേ ആർക്കും പക്ഷേ എയ്ഡ്സ് മാറാമെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ജീവിക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല, അതുകൊണ്ട് ആൾക്കാരൊന്ന് കഴിച്ചേ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. നോട്ട് ഓൺലി ദാറ്റ്, നോ ഫർദർ റിസർച്ച് ഈസ് ടേക്കിംഗ് പ്ലേസ്, അല്ലേ? അതിനകത്ത് ആർക്ക് കണ്ടന്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നോ ഫർദർ റിസർച്ച് ക്യാൻ ബി ടേക്കിംഗ് പ്ലേസ്. സോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് പേറ്റന്റ് ഈസ് ഡൂയിങ് ദാറ്റ് യു ആർ ഗിവിംഗ് ആൻ ഇൻസെന്റീവ് ടു ഡിസ്ക്ലോസ്. ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് വൈ നിങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ നെക്സ്റ്റ് സെഷൻ നിങ്ങൾ പേറ്റന്റ് സ്പെസിഫൈ ചെയ്യണം. You need to disclose what is a patent actually disclose here. So even if granted, you will have a more exclusive right on that. Please, next. ഞാൻ ഈ ക്രൈറ്റീരിയ മാത്രം പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ദാറ്റ് ഓൺലി ക്രൈറ്റീരിയ, മെയിൻ ക്രൈറ്റീരിയ, so നിങ്ങൾ ഒരിക്കലും മറക്കരുത്. ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് വൺ ഈസ് നോബിലിറ്റി. Novelty means, please, novelty means no prior publication, no prior use and no prior claim. Only 3 points. Right? Novelty means what? No prior publication. Right? No prior use and no prior claim. Another no prior claim. Okay. So what I am trying to say is, ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി ക്യാമ്പസിലൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ പണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു സംഭവം റണ്ണിങ് ആഫ്റ്റർ പബ്ലിഷിംഗ്, അല്ലേ? കാര്യം വി വർ അണ്ടർ ദ ഹിസ്റ്ററി ഓഫ് പബ്ലിഷ് ഓർ പെരീഷ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു ഇതായിരുന്നു, അല്ലേ? നമ്മളത് പബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യണം. കാര്യം പബ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് അനുസരിച്ചായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ അറിവ് ശരിയാണെങ്കിൽ ഫാക്കൽറ്റിയുടെ പ്രൊമോഷനും എല്ലാം പബ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് അനുസരിച്ചായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ മുമ്പ് you should have a scrutiny that can we go for a patenting of that. പിന്നെ ഇപ്പം ഞാനിപ്പോൾ ഒരു രഹസ്യം നിങ്ങളോട് മാത്രം പറയാം. കാര്യം ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ പേറ്റന്റ് ഓഫീസ് കുറച്ചുകൂടി ലിബറലായി ആക്ച്വലി. കാര്യം പണ്ട് ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ നോക്കുവാണ് ഹൗ നോട്ട് ടു ഗ്രാൻഡ് എ പേറ്റന്റ് എന്നായിരുന്നു. ടർമറിക് പേറ്റന്റ് അപ്ലൈ എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ ഇവിടുന്ന് അങ്ങോട്ട് ടർമറിക് നമുക്ക് കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ പാടില്ല, ടർമറിക് നിങ്ങളുടെ വീട്ടിലെ തൊട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പറിക്കാൻ അങ്ങനെയൊന്നും പേറ്റന്റ് ഇരിക്കുന്നില്ല. ദാറ്റ് ബട്ട് ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് വെരി ഗുഡ്. യു ഷുഡ് നോ വാട്ട് ഇസ് എ ടെക്നോളജി. നമ്മളത് ഉപയോഗിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്. ബയോടെക്നോളജി വഴി ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം ഓലിയോ ഫീസ് കൊടുക്കാനും അതിനെ പോകുള്ളൂ നമ്മൾ ആക്ച്വലി. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് അഫക്റ്റിംഗ് യുവർ ബിസിനസ് ആക്ച്വലി. Yes, please. Chennai Silks is, I think they have a trademark on that. Actually, Chennai Silks is because normally I don't know whether they have trademark on that. ഞാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത് മറ്റേത് രണ്ടാണ്. അതായത് നമ്മൾ ജിയോഗ്രഫിക്കൽ ഇൻഡിക്കേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മളിപ്പം കാഞ്ചീപുരം സിൽക്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് കാഞ്ചീപുരത്തെ ഒരു കോട്ടേജ് ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി ആയിട്ട് ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് അവിടുന്ന് വരുന്ന സിൽക്സിന് നമുക്കൊരു പ്രത്യേക റെപ്യൂട്ടേഷൻ ഉണ്ട്. കാഞ്ചീപുരം സിൽക്സ് എന്ന് പറയും. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് GI. ഇപ്പോൾ ബനാറസ് സിൽക്ക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ബനാറസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ സ്ഥലത്ത് നിന്ന് അവിടുന്ന് ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ജിയോഗ്രഫിക്കൽ ഇൻഡിക്കേഷനാണ്. ചെന്നൈ സിൽക്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ആക്ച്വലി ചെന്നൈ സിൽക്സ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ വേർഡ് ആക്ച്വലി യു കനോട്ട് ഗോ ഫോർ എ ട്രേഡ് മാർക്ക് ബിക്കോസ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ജിയോഗ്രഫിക്കൽ നെയിം ഈസ് ഇൻവോൾവ് ദർ. ചെന്നൈ എന്ന പേരുള്ളത്. പിന്നെ വാട്ട് യു കെൻ ക്ലെയിം ഈസ് ദാറ്റ് എ ലോങ് പീരീഡ് ഓഫ് യൂസ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു കുറേ നാളായിട്ട് ചെന്നൈ സിൽക്സ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഇവരായതുകൊണ്ടും ആക്ച്വലി അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് വേറെ എനി അതർ പേഴ്സൺ യൂസിങ് ഇറ്റ് ദാറ്റ് ദേ ക്യാൻ ഗോ ഫോർ എ ലീഗൽ ആക്ഷൻ ആക്ച്വലി. ശരിക്കും പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ വാരിലി സ്പീക്കിംഗ് ചെന്നൈ സിൽക്സ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ കേരള സിൽക്സ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ ട്രേഡ് മാർക്ക് കിട്ടാൻ അത്ര എളുപ്പമല്ല. Somebody else have a Chennai Silks, but they can file a legal action. Corrective ആണെങ്കിൽ ഇവർ ലീഗൽ ആക്ഷൻ കൊടുക്കേണ്ടി വരും. ആ ഒരു ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടോ? കാരണം they have been building on that. കാരണം മറ്റവരുടെ ഒരു ഇന്റൻഷൻ അവിടെ നോക്കും. മാലിഫൈഡ് ഇന്റൻഷൻ. Why should they adopt this Chennai Silks എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. Yes. So if your session questions are over. Okay, so thank you very much for giving me a patient listening. Always be proud of being a CUSAT student. Okay, I am also very proud of being CUSAT student, and it was really wonderful to come back to CUSAT and spend time with the new generation of CUSAT. You should be more vibrant actually. Wherever you go, take the pride, be the pride of CUSAT actually. Okay, so thank you very much, and thank you all the organizers of the seminar.
Thank you, sir, for the enlightening seminar on intellectual property rights. Your expertise as the trademark attorney and advocate, coupled with your clear explanations, made the session incredibly informative and valuable. We are grateful for the insights gained and looking forward to apply them in our respective endeavors. Thank you, sir.
As technical session 1 comes to a close, it's time for a brief tea break. To avoid crowding, kindly exit through the first door near the stage and please return promptly in 10 minutes for the next session.